The dark psychology of high intelligence, the hidden cost nobody talks about. Intro. What if the very thing you've always considered your greatest advantage is secretly the source of your deepest suffering? What if intelligence isn't simply a gift? What if it's also a burden? For decades, society has sold us a comforting narrative. Smart people succeed. Smart people solve problems. Smart people make better decisions. Smart people live better lives. But beneath that story lies a reality far more complicated. A reality that psychologists, neuroscientists, and gifted individuals themselves have quietly observed for generations. The truth is that many highly intelligent people don't feel gifted. They feel exhausted. They feel isolated. They feel overwhelmed by thoughts that never seem to stop, and they often carry a weight that nobody else can see. Today, we're going to explore the hidden psychological costs of high intelligence, not the advantages, not the success stories, the costs. And by the end of this video, you may never look at intelligence the same way again. Part 1: The nervous system that never turns off. Most people assume intelligence exists only in the mind, but intelligence doesn't live in isolation. It is connected to the entire nervous system, and according to several psychological studies, highly intelligent individuals often experience the world with unusual intensity. Sounds feel louder, emotions feel deeper, problems feel larger, thoughts multiply faster. A simple conversation becomes 10 conversations happening simultaneously inside the mind, while others move through life filtering information automatically. Highly intelligent people often struggle to shut the filters down. Everything gets processed. Everything gets analyzed. Everything gets stored. Imagine driving a sports car engine at maximum every hour of every day. Eventually, heat builds up. The same thing happens inside the human brain. The mind becomes powerful, but it also becomes tired. Many highly intelligent people report chronic anxiety, insomnia, sensory overload, and mental fatigue, not because something is wrong with them, but because their brains rarely stop working. The gift becomes a tax paid in energy, a tax paid in peace, a tax paid every single day, and most people never see it. Part 2: Why smart people often suffer more. The Polish psychologist Kazimierz Dabrowski spent years studying gifted individuals. What he discovered challenged conventional thinking. He noticed that highly intelligent people often possessed what he called overexcitabilities, an unusual intensity of emotional, intellectual, and sensory experience. These people didn't simply think more. They felt more. They worried more. They imagined more. They anticipated more. A minor criticism could trigger hours of reflection. A disappointing event could echo for weeks. A random idea could evolve into an endless chain of possibilities. Many people interpret this as weakness. It isn't. It is sensitivity amplified by intelligence. The same mind capable of extraordinary insight is often capable of extraordinary suffering, because awareness cuts both ways. The ability to perceive beauty more deeply often comes with the ability to perceive pain more deeply, and over time, that emotional intensity can become exhausting. The world feels heavier. Relationships feel heavier. Life itself feels heavier. Part 3: The big lie about intelligence. There is a dangerous myth embedded in modern culture. The myth says smart people make rational decisions. Research suggests otherwise. Intelligence and rationality are not the same thing. In fact, highly intelligent people are often masters of self-deception. Because intelligence is not necessarily a truth-seeking machine. It is a justification machine. The smarter you are, the easier it becomes to construct convincing explanations for what you already want to believe. You don't eliminate bias. You become better at defending you. Think about that. A person with average intelligence may make a bad decision because they fail to see the consequences. A highly intelligent person may make the same bad decision, while producing 20 brilliant reasons explaining why it's actually the correct choice. The outcome remains the same. Only the sophistication of the explanation changes. This is why some of the smartest people in history have made catastrophic mistakes. Their intelligence didn't protect them. Sometimes it enabled them. Part 4: The curse of seeing too much. Imagine walking into a meeting and immediately recognizing every inefficiency. Imagine reading an article and spotting every contradiction. Imagine predicting outcomes long before they happen. At first, this sounds like a superpower, but eventually becomes exhausting, because awareness without control becomes frustration. Highly intelligent individuals often see problems that others cannot see. They recognize patterns hidden beneath the surface. They notice incompetence. They detect manipulation. They identify flaws in systems. And then they face an uncomfortable reality. Seeing the problem does not mean you can solve it. You understand, but you cannot act. You know, but nobody listens. You see the storm coming, but everyone else continues planning a picnic. Over time, this creates a strange psychological tension. You become trapped between understanding and helplessness. You can map the prison perfectly. You just can't find the key. Part 5: Why smart people often feel alone. One of the least discussed consequences of intelligence is loneliness. Not physical loneliness, psychological loneliness. The feeling that nobody truly understands your inner world. Many highly intelligent people spend years creating simplified versions of themselves. Versions that are easier for others to understand. Safer versions. More socially acceptable versions. People fall in love with the character. Coworkers respect the character. Friends connect with the character. But the person underneath often feels invisible. Not because others don't care, but because complete translation is impossible. The more complex your inner world becomes, the harder it becomes to communicate. Eventually, many intelligent people stop searching for someone who completely understands them. They realize that no relationship can fully bridge that gap, and accepting this reality becomes a form of maturity, a painful maturity, but maturity nonetheless. Part 6: The pain of seeing the future. Perhaps the heaviest burden of intelligence is predictive thinking. The mind doesn't stop at the present moment. It constantly projects forward. It sees trajectories. It sees consequences. It sees endings before beginnings are finished. A highly perceptive person may begin grieving aging parents years before their decline becomes obvious. They may sense a relationship ending months before the breakup occurs. They may recognize career failures long before anyone else notices the warning signs. As a result, they experience future pain in the present. They mourn before loss arrives. They suffer before suffering officially begins. And when the predicted event finally occurs, they often appear calm, detached, even cold. But the truth is different. They've already lived through the grief. The funeral happened inside their mind long ago. The world is only catching up. Part 7: The shocking lesson from the genius study. In 1921, psychologist Lewis Terman launched one of the most famous studies in history. He gathered approximately 1,500 children with exceptionally high marks. He believed he was identifying the future geniuses of America, future Nobel Prize winners, future revolutionary thinkers, future world changers. The results surprised everyone. Most participants lived successful lives. Many became professionals, doctors, lawyers, professors, researchers, but very few became truly transformative figures. The extraordinary breakthroughs never arrived. Meanwhile, 2 children who failed to qualify for the study later became Nobel Prize winners. This revealed a profound truth. High intelligence is not the same thing as genius. The ability to score highly on tests does not guarantee creativity. It does not guarantee originality. It does not guarantee wisdom. Intelligence can help you master the game, but changing the game requires something entirely different, something no test can measure. Conclusion. So, what is the final lesson? Perhaps intelligence is neither a blessing nor a curse. Perhaps it is an amplifier. It amplifies awareness. It amplifies emotion. It amplifies possibilities. It amplifies suffering. And it amplifies mistakes. The truly intelligent person eventually discovers something surprising. The greatest danger is not a lack of intelligence. The greatest danger is trusting intelligence too much, because the mind that can solve impossible problems can also deceive itself brilliantly. The mind that sees farther than others can also become trapped inside its own projections, and the mind that prides itself on understanding everything must eventually learn humility. Real intelligence begins the moment you become skeptical of your own intelligence, the moment you stop worshipping the mind and start observing it. Because intelligence is not wisdom, awareness is not truth, and thinking deeply is not the same thing as understanding deeply. The smartest people eventually learn this lesson. The question is, will you?